This is a legal disclaimer for YouTube. The following video does not promote drug use, alcohol consumption, gambling, acts of violence, or any other illegal activities. The following video is meant to educate and entertain the viewer and therefore does not break any terms and conditions set by YouTube. I do not recommend anyone trying the activities mentioned in this video.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This one is gonna be a banger, okay? I just want to get that out of the way. This one's gonna be a banger. One of the best stories I've done, right? It's a pretty simple one, you know. You've read the title. You know what this is. You know what you're in for. Let's get this fucking show on the road. Let's get the party started, right? So, back when I was about 17 or so, I was, experimenting with a lot of different things, such as alcohol, weed, those two, right? Basically, and just being an idiot in general. But basically, I lived in a high-rise flat on the 18th floor, right? Now that's going to be important later on in the story. But anyway, I get my hands on some alcohol. I get my hands on some booze, right? Now, at this point, I've never really drank properly before. I've never really gotten wasted before. So I don't really know what I'm capable of with this rum bottle. I'll put the exact one on the screen right here, just for reference, just for you guys to know what I was sipping on that night. And basically, fast forward to about 11, right? I have the liquor with me, or I have the alcohol, the booze with me, and I have an Xbox. And I go on Xbox and I want to join a party with my friend. So I do that. We go on some Siege and I start sipping. I start sipping straight 35 or 37 and a half, I think, percent. My bad. 37 and a half, I think it was, percent wise. So pretty strong liquor, pretty strong booze, spiced rum. And I start sipping that on the rocks because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah, so about a third into the bottle, I'm like, okay, I'm getting pretty fucking intoxicated right here. Let me open my window fully. I don't know why the windows opened fully on that building, but maybe it was to assist someone with suicide, sorry. Yeah, no idea why they opened fully, but I opened the window fully. I sit on my window ledge and I just sit and fucking look at the skyline of the city. Now fast forward again to about halfway down the bottle. Half of it's left and I'm like very, very wasted at this point, had half a bottle of spiced rum to myself as a 17-year-old that's not really drank properly before, right? Very silly. So I decide it would be a good idea to keep drinking with my friend. I think there was more people in the party at this point, some French guy, maybe. I'm not too sure. It was 2 years ago and I was severely intoxicated. But I just remember it was me and my friend, and we're in an Xbox party playing Siege, and yeah, just having a good time. I was getting intoxicated as fuck, but I keep drinking, and at one point I remembered, oh wait, I think I have some weed left, which I stole from my grandpa because he's a big time smoker, smokes more than me now. So he had about half an ounce or so. I took about 2 grams, enough for 1 or 2 or 3 joints, So anyway, I had a pre-roll and I decide, you know what, I'll save this for when the bottle's done. I don't know why I decided to try and accomplish finishing the bottle, but spoiler alert, it was never finished and I still ended up blacking out. But anyway, I'm mostly done with the bottle now, and at this point I'm bumbling around, stumbling. I can't even fucking talk straight at this point, which I can't even do sober most of the time. So you can imagine what this was like. Anyway, I have that pre-roll sitting on my window ledge, and the window's still fully open at this point. So I decide, you know what, I think it's time, because I'm not going to finish the rest of the bottle. So I stash the bottle, like a responsible teenager, I stashed the bottle behind my dresser and I spark the joint up, right? Crazy one. And that's the last thing I remember, honestly. Sparking that was the last thing I remember, taking a puff. And then, wake up the next day after that, thinking I got away with it because Mom's at work. But there was a slight problem. There was seagull shit all over the floor of my room, right? So I'm like, okay, well, something's happened because my window's closed. My mum might have closed that. So I go check on the liquor bottle. It's still there. I have a huge banging headache. That was the worst hangover I've ever had in my life. Ever, right? That was the largest hangover I've ever had in my entire life to this date. And I don't really get hangovers. Maybe it's because I conditioned myself from an early age, but I don't recommend drinking at an early age or any age, especially early age, right? Anyway, I had a huge fucking headache, so I knew I was in for a ride when Mom came home. Anyway, the liquor bottle was still there, and I think I got away with it. Now my mom calls me. I call my mom on her lunch break, and she's like, "Yep, you're fucked. You're fucked." Like, she was so fucking pissed off that she wasn't even shouting anymore. She was just fucking pissed off. Listen, when I tell you she was pissed off, I felt like she was gonna fucking kill me through the phone. She was fucking livid, right? So I'm like, yep, I'm fucked. I hang up, I say I'm sorry, I hang up, and I know at this point I fucked up heavily. I go into the bathroom, and the fucking bathtub is covered in my sick. So I'm like, okay, well, that's fucking interesting. So Mom comes home and tells me what happened last night. About 4 a.m, the police got called by my neighbours because I was screaming out my window and they thought I was going to kill myself. So the police came, they realised, okay, this is a minor, he's intoxicated here, and I was passed out in my fucking bathtub at this point when they came. So Mom walks in, opens the door for them, the police enter, and I don't remember any of this. They wake me up in the bathtub, covered in my own sick. And yeah, pretty fucking awkward one. But I didn't get any consequences from the police, neither did my mum from that. But yeah, I did get fucking whipped, to be honest with you, for that one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was a fucking banger, if you ask me. One of the best stories I have uploaded so far. So I hope you enjoyed it, right? Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Stay hydrated, stay intoxicated, and stay happy, my friends. Yeah, peace.